Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Satoshi Sean, glad you're here. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Try to get out as much content as possible every week, whether it's news with the crypto lunch break, reviews like I'm doing today, announcements, interviews, which just did a really cool interview yesterday. You should check it out. Really like what they're doing with NFTs and charity. So check that out. But also, leave a comment, crush the like button. Really helps me out, whether you're a new subscriber, old subscriber, whatever. But leave a comment so you're registered to win crypto. Give away crypto every week on the crypto lunch break. All you have to do to register to win is just leave a comment and subscribe, and then do a random pick, and you could win crypto. Today, I want to go over something, and I want to try to make this video short and to the point, because I don't think this is going to be the first video I do on this project. If you followed my channel for a while, then you know that I used to be a financial advisor before I got into all this. Actually, before I died, and then was in a coma for a while. But that's a different story. But one of the main things I worked on was insurance. And when I got into crypto and blockchain, I thought that this was amazing for insurance. So I'm going to talk about UnoRe, and they are doing a lot of stuff and going to do a lot of stuff. We'll hit on it, but they're trying to disrupt the insurance industry, which I've been trying to do for years now. I actually tried to start a blockchain insurance company right at the beginning of the bear market, the last one, and with no ICO, just trying to get it done. So it was very difficult. But they're using reinsurance, which I'll go over some of those terms because it can be a little confusing, a little daunting. But they're opening up this whole sector of finance, and that's another thing I wanted to hit on. Whenever we talk about DeFi, everyone just basically talks about like savings accounts or like a CD or something like that. There's so much more to traditional and legacy finance that has not been disrupted. The insurance industry itself hasn't been messed with for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's basically very stagnant. It's been running the same way. And when it comes to money, it's there's more money going through insurance companies than banks. And we all talk about banks, but insurance companies own tons of banks. They actually own a lot of banks. So let's jump into it. I want to hit on this. I'm going to try to keep this short and just go over some of the main points. I'm actually going to put this through its paces and actually try to give a little demonstration, because I'm going to put a little money into it. Let me make this bigger. All right. So UnoRe. Now, this is a very brand new project. They've been around for a few months, but they're still in the building stages. So, and speaking of that, they're being built by an award-winning team. Their team is actually pretty cool. We insure your insurance provider. So that's what reinsurance is. You can click on the DApp annotation of that, but we'll hit that in a second. They are listed on KQUM. They're listed on Uniswap. They're listed on a couple other places. But the main thing is they're really kind of, from what I've researched and looked into it, part of KQUM Labs is actually like a backer. And KQUM has talked about it. So they are, KQUM is very involved in this project, which I do like. So reinsurance, basically put, it's known as insurance for insurance companies. That's super simplistic. With an insurance company, whenever you hit a certain level, or if you want to, for your risk management, or for your risk level, or if your solvency and your assets is a certain level, if you want to increase or expand that, you'd need to get reinsurance, which then you would go to usually like these big holding companies, which there's only a few of those, or these mega insurance companies, and you have to put up a lot in order to expand. So these reinsurance companies really take minimal risk, and they get way above average returns for what they put out. It's kind of just part of the industry. Also, which I didn't mention this yet, this is built on Polkadot, which super innovative, new chain with Polkadot and Kusama, and a really innovative idea, which, like I said, I've been looking for something to disrupt the insurance industry. I've been working towards this myself. So I'm really excited about this. So the option to trade is highly profitable. The market is currently controlled by a few large corporations. Very few. UnoRe will be first of its kind platform, allowing the average user to reap the rewards of trading and investing in the risk. This is true. Now, I mean, this is so limited. It's literally just a few holding companies and mega insurance companies like American General, AIG. There's very few that are involved in this level of or this industry of reinsurance. So it is opening it up to the common man, which I am very, very a proponent of, very much so. Like the retail investor, you've got to have that. Whenever I'm filming, if I don't think about it first, I never can remember the word. Where you're approved investor to it, you have to have $250,000 to show that you are. This is breaking that down for the average guy who just wants to work, or gal who wants to work, save up some money and put it in something that they think is a good investment opportunity. They're not allowed to, because someone else says that they're not smart enough because they don't have $250,000. I've always hated that. So the products they have in development right now, providing crypto-based reinsurance products with a second layer of protection, which is really cool. It's a great idea. I have touched on that. Travel insurance, which is one of the things that I try to start with the company that I tried to start up. It's a very simple insurance. It's a very big market, but it's very easily regulated because it's not for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's literally small policies for hundreds of dollars. Like if you're for your luggage getting lost or something like that, very easy claims, very easy to prove. Very low fraud because you just get the information the luggage was lost from the airline company. You can put your claim through, and it's for $500, $700, whatever. Then they're going to move into health, which is a huge, huge market. I am still licensed for health. What else? Health, life, accident, some other stuff. So they're working on these really, really big plans. Then they're working on a app right now for users to trade with. This looks confusing, I know, but the roadmap. So we're in Q3. We're entered into Q3. Where are we at? That's 2022. I'm just gonna make this bigger. All right, so Q1 IDO. Like I said, this is brand new. In development on board with high multinational reinsurance brokers, and the MVP on Rapston Risk Investment Platform. Okay, so that's done. Q3 launched the commercial capacity for reinsurance allocation. The MVP on BSE testnet, this is out, and the web app out. So Q4, which we're moving into, they want to launch the web app investment platform on Polkadot, the mobile app, and migration from the Rapston to Kusama, which I think they're doing right now onto Polkadot, and the mobile app. Now that was Q4, and then also moving into Q4. So the team, they have LinkedIn you can connect to, but literally it looks like there's only 2 people because these are all the awards these dudes have won. They're huge. The company's based in Dubai. There's some news. So this is the rest of the team. They have LinkedIn's on everything. You can check them out. It's all very, very transparent, which is cool. The advisory panel, you have Dr. Norta. You've got Kunal, who is worked for Alliance. I worked for Alliance. Worked for AIG. I think I'm actually still currently licensed to AIG. I would not mind being on this advisory panel. I think it would be pretty cool. I really like this project. I really hope this takes off and does super, super well. I'm going to touch on the token and that in a second. So if you click launch the app, you'll get this, which looks really, really cool. It looks like a video game, and they've even gamified it. It looks like you're picking a character based on stats, and you're picking a pool to put into based on risk stats. So you can put into the Zeus, which has maximum earnings 20%. Now, something I didn't cover on this yet is this. When we're talking DeFi here, so we're talking comparing this to your savings account, comparing this to a CD, comparing this to the basic stuff, things your great grandma and your grandma would be, really excited to get 0.5% or maybe 1% if they put all their savings in it. So with that in mind, 20% staking USDC. I also need to tell you it's Binance USDC right now because I tried to put I got a bunch of Ethereum and I tried to connect it and I was like, what's going on? And so it's Binance USDC, but a stable coin making 20%. That is mind blowing. That's the kind of stuff that will bring in, no coiners, that'll bring in ultra, conservative when it comes to risk. I don't want to buy Bitcoin and these volatile things. You can stake USDC stable coins and get these kind of returns. Another thing I think that's really cool, and also that I think it's cool that they're starting out with that, and that is, I think that's telling, because whenever you do anything with insurance, and it has to be, coming from that background, the regulation is so immense. I still have to go to school every 2 years just for continuing education in order to keep my licenses. It's very, very regulated. So the idea of them starting out with something like stablecoins, I think it makes it look really, that's a green flag to me. So Zeus, and you have Athena, which is 13%, maximum earnings, 2% expected claims, and then the risk score is 27%. And then Artemis is 7%, still 7% versus 0.5%, with a risk score of only 9. So a lot less risk, but a lot, still 7%. If you told someone you can get 7% with, under a 10% risk, they would, wouldn't believe you in the legacy finance industry. So let me look at their manifesto. I want to read real quick. I think we went over most all this stuff. The ship's causing a boom. I just want to read this real quick because I just saw a giant number. In fact, the total value locked in crypto-based assets has exponentially risen to a mammoth 1.7 trillion. Wow. Okay. So, will evolve. So they're breaking barriers for the average retail investor by doing away with historic prerequisites of absurdly high capital generally needed to invest. I almost had the word again. Damn. Invest in the market and receive sizable returns. I almost had it again. I'm still thinking of it. Their investments do the safest asset classes in the world. They're going to facilitate the creation of new innovative insurance products, all powered by a community and governed by a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, thus propelling new generation of insurtech companies provided by UnoRe. Commoditized risks. There's some really weird words in here. But by enabling this risk-enabled trade, which you're going to be able to trade risk-based tokens on what they're going to create, which is really mind-blowing, and giving the community access to earn massive rewards that these trades generate on the world's first DEX for the trade of risk-based assets. That is nuts, man. So there's different phases. Phase 1 is invest in insurance pools, which is what we're talking about, trade out with the returns, then welcome to phase 2. This is phase 1 is their cohorts is what they call them. Another thing about these pools, I should touch on this, is these cohorts, each cohort is housing multiple pools. The objective of these multi-strata pools is to spread risk. Each pool comprises of vastly different types of covers, thus spreads the overall risk associated with it. So these pools are in a bunch of different things, but they're not they're different classes of assets. There's a word for it. I forget what it is. But it's like if you invested in one mutual fund pool, some kind of pooling of assets to invest in some kind of industry. Anything that affects the industry affects the whole pool. So with these cohorts, they're spreading that over completely different risks. So let's say that something happens to the tech industry and all the governments come after them for all the privacy and crap they've been doing and just slam them, and all tech investments go just or social media and that kind of stuff just plummets. If that's all you're invested in the pool, it's going to really affect the performance of it massively. But if that's only a portion of it and the rest of it's like in agriculture, it's not going to be as affected as much. So that's one thing that they're working on with these pools, is to really diversify the risk that they're put into. Phase 2. Where is it? Welcome to phase 2. This phase will advance the UnoRe platform into a DEX. This is what I was mentioning earlier. It's cool to wrap your head around. But the DEX, similar to Uniswap and PancakeSwap, but for the trade of risk-based assets, will be traded on the UnoRe markets as wrapped tokens, which are representations of investments made into different investment risk pools aforementioned. The value of these assets will be determined in the open market based on certain key metrics such as portfolio performance. Then phase 3, our phase for the innovator. With this phase 3, provides experience as well as budding talent in the field of opportunity to propose their own original insurance products. Now, this is where things get really crazy for me, because I know how that stuff works kind of behind the scenes, and there's some words here that we'll go over. But in a market without the dependency of being backed by a large corporation, these proposed products will be assessed by a decentralized government system of actuaries before being made available to the community for further investing and trading into. Now, actuaries are the people that work at an insurance company that figure out what rates are. They're like human computer, like Mentats from Dune. They're like really, really smart statisticians. Figure out like what the chances are that the fire would happen in a house in this state, then in this county, then in that area, in that street. They have to take into effect so much information to figure what the chances of that house catching fire, and then figure out what a price would be as to how long a normal person would pay for a policy before they quit paying for it, before they would die. There's so many different factors. And in the end, they come up with a number that'll make the insurance company some money and is low enough for the person to afford so that their house will be taken care of if anything happens. So all of that has to take place with these actuaries. They're like super, super smart people. Where was I? Actuaries be made available. Okay. Claim assessing. The claim assessing DAOs will appraise the associated claims before it's processing from the cohorts, and the managerial DAO will be used to detect and report any untoward activities occurring within the system in order to further abet due diligence and to ensure the safety of the investments made into the pool that houses these products and policies. Like I said, this is where stuff gets crazy and a little bit confusing. So I'm going to do probably another whole video on these when they start coming out. And I really went too far in this. I should have. Oh man, this is way too long. Okay, I really wanted to keep this shorter, but it is something I'm really, really excited about. So they're going to come up with the DEX. Early next year, they'll have the DAO, and it will be 100% decentralized. Let's also check out their socials here, especially their Discord. I'll have links to everything in the description below. Before I do that, I want to just touch on their token. It's like I said, they haven't been around super long, but they have been around for a while. It was started this year. I think it's super undervalued. And another thing is, with version 2 coming out, you'll be able to stake and earn their coin, earn UNO. Right now it's looking at 19 cents. You got a market cap of 73 million. Like I said, I know what's coming. I know what numbers there are with reinsurance, with insurance in general. And it's nothing like anything that we're used to. Nothing like anything at all that we're used to. So I think this has a lot of room to grow. I think we're talking big returns. I don't normally say, 100x, but that would only be what, it'd be $19 long term. Yeah, I'm looking at this to do real well. So this is the app. You can launch it. You can. Sorry, y'all. I really wanted to make this short, but you can click on each one of these and get more info. Tons of information, the expected performance. You can look at bearish, bullish, and the average. What it's in. You can click on all these. It brings up a lot more information. I really wanted to show more on this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just get started. So we're going to stake. I'm going to put a little bit of money into the Zeus, and I guess I'm into Athena. Now, once again, remember this is on the Binance Smart Chain USDC. I got $153. I'll put, we'll say $50 in there, or 50%. That's $76.50 that we'll put into Zeus. You also have to hook your MetaMask wallet up, but that's kind of goes without saying, but I'll say it for you. Pay that dime. All right, there we go. And we should be good. Okay. Did I approve that and did I do it? No, I did not do it. Okay, I just approved it. That's what I thought. Got to approve it first and then do it. I was about to X out of there. I thought it was finished. All right, now. Okay, so now that is done. And should be able to X out of that because it's going through. There we go. Finished. And now we're going to look at Athena. 13% stake now. Let's take the other max, 76.50. Don't need to approve because it is already approved. And confirm. Okay. So once we're done, and that goes through, you should see here in Zeus. Okay. Now, if you want to look at your there we go. If you want to look at your portfolio, you can click on your little icon up here, and you can go to your transactions, log out, or my portfolio. That's another thing. You do need to have an email to sign up for this. There's not like a big KYC or anything, but you have to connect your wallet and then put up an email for like alerts. And that's it. And then you're in. So you pull up, it shows I've got a 76.50 in the Zeus pool and 76.50 in the Athena pool. Total assets are covered as 153 in USDC. I can put in more. Now, here's something that I wanted to tell you all. The withdrawal, no withdrawals. They said that the withdrawals will be open because this is just launching this month, October. That's another reason why I'm only putting in $153. I want to put in about $2,500. which I will once withdrawals are available. I just wanted to give it a test run right now. But that is about it for UnoRe. Let me know in the comments what you think. Head over to their socials, remember their Discord is their main place for interaction, but they have where is it? Yeah, there's just right over here, Telegram. They have a pretty big community. I mean, it's pretty large, especially their Twitter. It's I think like 30,000. But check them out. And make sure you leave a comment so you're in to win the crypto. That's it. I'm Satoshi Sean. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.